Are you ready to create a life you crave? Let's spin that doom loop of negativity into an upward success cycle and start living lucky.
Good morning.
I'm Jana.
I'm Jason.
And we are living lucky.
You are too.
You've heard us say, spin positive, spin positive. That's how you live lucky. Well, let me just tell you, we watched a documentary on Netflix called The Turnaround.
It was fantastic.
And it has every value, all of our core beliefs, and it's all wrapped up into a nice little 25-minute documentary.
Yes. And it's literally got all the aspects of living lucky in it. Believe in yourself, believe in the people around you, believe in your circumstances, and believe that higher power and energy is working for you.
And let me just give you a brief overview of what this story is about. It was produced and founded by the Barack Obama production company called High Ground.
Yep.
And it's about the Philadelphia Phillies.
Yes.
And they have a player, a shortstop. His name is Trey Turner. And he was having a particularly low season in 2023.
Well, they had just brought him in
for $300 million.
For an 11-year contract, $300 million. In the previous year, they were two games shy of going through the World Series or something.
So everybody has high hopes. They've got high hopes.
They've got.
And all of a sudden, Trey Turner goes into a slump.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be like the lifter that brings them to it.
And for some reason, Philly fans, along with a lot of other fans in other states and cities, but when a player is down and out, they like to kick them a little bit.
Well, think about if you bought a $300 million car
and
that
it
was
didn't
designed
work.
to take you somewhere, and it breaks,
wouldn't start.
and it kind of breaks down.
Yeah, I would be booing.
I mean, he went 0-17 at bat. I mean, he was missing plays at shortstop over and over and over again, like plays that should have been an out.
So let me just tell you, this documentary focuses on one Philly fan who actually inspires the entire city of Philadelphia to give this player a standing ovation and to fill him with love instead of booing him.
Yes.
Instead of saying, you suck.
Yeah,
you suck.
The previous games, he was getting booed. They were like, don't even bring him up to bat. It's like, get him out of the game.
Kick him out. We don't want him.
He's a loser.
He stinks.
And John McCann, this fan, says, you know what? I feel this. I've been there. I'm hard on myself. I know he's hard on himself, or I imagine he's hard on himself. What he needs is love, support, and us to believe in him until he believes in himself again.
Which is living lucky, because you're tuning into a higher vibration. When you tune into love, hope, fun,
the possibilities,
support. Yes, you teamwork. Like there's so many higher vibrations there that you can tune into. And when you do that, it becomes contagious. And when that stadium stood up and started clapping for him, giving him a standing O.
Well, 42,000 fans standing up and giving him a standing O.
I got tears.
Just when he walked up to the plate.
I got tears in my eyes.
And this is walking up to the plate after getting out at the plate 17 times in a row.
And next thing you know, he gets on base.
He got 2 strikes first.
He got Jason wants to make sure that we were on the edge of our seats.
Well, how much tension does that bring in? Like you're like, is it working? Is it working?
There were people in the seats that literally had their hands clenched. They were looking up like, come on. Like everybody,
let this be the one. Let this be the one.
Everybody was giving their good vibes and their prayers to the universe. Hey, we're rooting for this guy.
And on that 18th bat, he gets a base hit to right field.
Once he got a base hit, then the floodgates just opened. And it was like...
That was the crack in the dam.
And then next thing you know, he's getting a triple. And then he's getting a home run.
Home run after home run.
He ended up having one of the best seasons that he's had.
Of his whole career.
All because people were rooting for him.
So
And so if
big.
we put that into our own lives, where is it? I mean, we all beat ourselves up enough, right?
I don't know that we could find a bigger critic than we are of ourselves. It feels like it sometimes, and sometimes we take the
Sometimes
language of
we feel like other people are disappointed in us when really we're the ones that are
creating their
Yes.
the image of them on us. Yes.
Yes.
It's so that's big for me. Like that's
And so if we can just root for others, support others, especially when they're going through a hard time. Fill them with love. Fill them with love.
root for them until they can start rooting for themselves again. It's just
and sometimes you need that external validation. Like, you know what? Jason believes in me. So I'm going to get up on this stage and I'm going to do my best. Yeah.
I'm going again.
Jason believes in me. Jason believes in me.
I'm going to jump off the high board this time.
Because sometimes we need just a little boost to help the belief in ourselves.
Yes. So big. And that is the turnaround. And that is the drive into the feeling like you're living lucky.
And there's also something else there, because we often say that energy is contagious. Well, when a whole stadium is standing up, clapping, woohooing, and also putting their thoughts and feelings in that hope and encouragement vibration, there is something that happens. It's a raising of self-consciousness.
Yeah. And it's
of the whole, of the collective.
Because we all want to be a part of it. And so we're feeding into it. We're either feeding fear or feeding faith.
And then it becomes science. Then it literally becomes science. And I don't know what you believe in, but that is how the universe works. Energy starts, you get in this vortex, and next thing you know, the universe it's just asking for us to ask the right questions, and it wants to provide.
The empowering
It wants
questions.
to provide. And if you have a whole stadium that are asking for the same thing, that is an energy that the universe will fulfill.
It takes me back to like the Rocky movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because Rocky was smaller than all of his competitors.
Yes.
And
he just kept getting knocked down.
knocked down. And then the crowd would get in behind him and he was like, I've got it in me. I've got the eye of the tiger.
Right?
Like, that's the perfect song. But I know that's why I associate it with Rocky, but that's the perfect song. It's like that brings forth that next level energy of, I'm with you. We're all together. It's not just me throwing these punches. The crowd wants this win.
I really want to talk to this Philly fan. His name is John McCann, and he has a YouTube channel. So I'm going to reach out to him. I also highly suggest this documentary, because what they do in a 25-minute documentary is they show the power of turning your booze into support. It talks about how positive mental attitudes, how energy is contagious, and how if you believe in the people around you, there's something magical that just starts to happen.
As soon as you said turning your booze into support, I thought about criticisms into celebration.
Yes.
It was like what is the right energy to be putting into this? Because like a lot of times, even in an argument, we're planting our feet and we start combating each other instead of understanding and joining, like making that bridge between us.
I'm going to reach out to a couple of the film production
Breakwater Studios,
team.
Cookie Jar, and A Dreams
yes,
Studios.
Because I feel like they might be the perfect collaborators for Living Lucky TV.
I think so too. Awesome.
They get it. They get it. Thanks for joining us today.
Keep living lucky.
Bye-bye. If the idea of living lucky appeals to you, visit us at startlivinglucky.com.